Okay, hello and good afternoon. This post, I don't know if I should be smiling or what, but it's a serious issue. Seriously, it's a very serious one. My name remains Atinuke M. Adeleke. If you're watching me for the first time, it's nice meeting you too. It's nice being here. And thank you for watching. I don't want to call this a rant or whatsoever because, like, I'm wondering how people survive now. How are you coping with life? How are you coping with things? I went out to get something, and while standing just the next place to where I was standing to, a lady came there and she said she wanted to buy turkey. She said she wanted a kilo. They said 2,200. And I was listening to their conversation. A kilo of turkey, 2,200. Please don't say, are you not in this country? I am in this country. This is where I stay. This is Nigeria and this is where I live. I live in Lagos. So she said she wanted half kilo, which was 1,100. And when they brought out the half kilo, I saw just like two, will I call it laps or wings? Just two, 1,100. And I'm wondering, that two, is it for just two people in the house, or a family of four, or a family of six, or what? Because I don't know how many people will share that two pieces of meat, of turkey that I saw for 1,100. Just two, as in, it was looking so, I don't know how to call it, very small. That thing I saw cannot be cut into three, not to talk of four. So how are people surviving? How are you surviving in this economy? Things are hard, things are difficult. I didn't plan on coming on live, but seeing what I saw today moved me to do this. How are you coping? How are you surviving? Because I'm looking at it, if you're doing just a job or a business and your take home at the end of the month, I'm not talking of your salary now, I'm talking about your take home, that is after you must have removed your transportation, after you must have removed maybe feeding, after you must have removed clothing, buying airtime and the rest. If your take home is still 100,000 naira, how do you survive? I know a lot of people, their take home is not even up to that 100,000. So how are you coping? How are you surviving? Have you bothered to ask yourself, what do I need to do? It's a serious situation out there. It's a very serious situation. I keep getting messages in my DM, people asking me for support, people asking me for help. But today again, my eyes are being opened to realities that others are facing. I see people, we see them, but we may not actually know what they are passing through. But standing beside the woman that wanted to buy that turkey today touched my heart. And I was like, how is this woman going to cope? How will she survive? Because if she buys that turkey home, they eat it just for today. How about tomorrow? How about the next day after? Please, I don't know what you're doing right now, but whatever it is you are doing, you need to go and look for another source of income. Forget about the one source of income, forget about the business you are doing now. If your take home is less than 100,000 after removing every other expenses, this is not an advice. So this is what you ought to do. I am not advising you. I am telling you what you should go and do. If it is an advice, you may take it, you may decide not to take it. But this is not an advice. This is me telling you that go and get something else doing. What you will get doing, if it adds just 10,000, 20,000 naira, 50,000 to that thing you are currently doing now, it will make a difference. It will. So if it is hair you know how to plait, go and start making hair during the weekends. After your job, go and be plaiting hair for people. Tell children in your area, that you know how to make hair, let them come. You are going to make their hair for them. So go and start doing that. If it is pomo you know how to sell, please go and start selling. You need to start moving around. The economy is not smiling at all. It's not smiling. I pray we don't have health issues. It is when you have health issues and you get to the hospital and they start telling you you don't make a deposit, they are not commencing treatment. That is when you will know the need for you to have money. Money. In Nigeria now, you don't have money. It will be easy for your life to go off. Because if anything happens to you at all, if they don't see a deposit down, doctors don't even attend to you. This time, it's not about human feelings or what. But most of us say, oh, don't they have human feelings? They should attend to a patient first. They should attend to a patient first. Yes, that is the right thing to do. But because I'm sure a lot of people have taken their money, maybe after treating them, I have heard of people who have given birth and sneaked out of the hospital because they couldn't pay the bills. So you see, they may have passed through some experiences like that. So you telling them, I remember there was a time my sister said my mom fell sick. And she took her to the hospital in the middle of the night. When she got to the hospital, they told her to go and bring money first. My mom had collapsed and she was in the hospital. But they were telling her go and get money first. She had to run to the ATM. She said that was around 1 a.m. So if you don't have money in your account, where do you want to run to? I have seen people die because of money. I have seen people, families who have not been able to feed because of money. Look, Yoruba will say, Igba ewe lambura, as in, at your young age now, this is when you have the energy. This is when you have the time to work. If you are young now, whether you are 40, you are 45, you are 20, you are 18, and you have your hands, you have your legs, you have your eyes open, your ears are still open, you don't have any excuse to tell me about not making extra money or about not doing what you ought to do. I have a lady that I know. This woman, I have seen her take care of her family. Not that she doesn't have a husband. She has a husband, but the husband's finance is not even enough to cover up for himself, not to talk of a family of 3 others. But this woman does odd jobs. She does odd jobs. She does her daily, monthly job. But during the weekends, she goes to sweep people's houses. She goes to clean for them. She goes to cook. She's making extra money. Her kids are going to school. So if you, as a youth, you are listening to me and you are still saying there's nothing I can do. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. And you keep giving excuses. Once you know that you are the type that gives excuse, please don't go to people's DM to ask them to help you. Don't do that. Don't do it, because you are going to be depriving those that really need help. You are going to be depriving them of getting help. So if you are a youth today, there are lots of skills you can learn. There are lots of things you can do. You don't have an excuse. As far as I am concerned, look, I have also been in some situations that there was no money, there was nothing, as in, forget all this packaging. There was no money. I remembered one of my staff then. I did 3 years anniversary for her. She had spent 3 years with me. So during the anniversary, I said she should say something about me, what she has learned from me, her experience while working here. And she said she remembered the first time she joined us, that she never knew I could speak English. That because I used to dress like, you know, when they say Iyalata, when they say market woman. Yes, that was how I used to dress. I will put on Iro and Buba to come to my office, because that was what I had. I was wearing what I had. I will not wear shoe. What is shoe? Shuke. There was no money. But I kept looking ahead, and I have done like 4, 5 different types of businesses. Why? Because I refuse to stay in one spot, because I refuse to be broke, because I refuse to be poor. A lot of us are poor, we are broke, yet when we see opportunities that can take us out from the spot where we are, we keep giving excuse. And how are you sure it will work? I don't have money, I don't have this. Those are the types of excuses that we give. If you are a youth listening to me, if you are still young, you are hearing me, your future is now. If you don't make use of that future now that you have the power, now that you have the strength, now that you can work, if you don't make use of it now, you will be surprised what that future is going to hold. Because right now, nobody knows where our economy is going. Things are getting expensive day in, day out. People are complaining there's no money. So if now that your brain is still active, your eyes, you don't need reading glasses to read, your mouth, you can still talk, this is the time for you to go and start joining the 1001 million trainings out there. Go and start learning things. You are carrying a phone on your hand. You are begging people to buy you data that you will only use to watch Facebook. I pity you. Because what you need right now is not data to watch Facebook. It is data to learn how to change your life. It is data to move to the next level that you need. So if you are watching this, you have a phone, go and start asking Google, what can I do with my phone? Go and put it that way. What can I do with my phone? I saw something online and I screenshot it. Because most times when I'm going through my phone, maybe Facebook, Google or whatever, I see things that amazes me and I just do a screenshot of it. And I saw, please go and Google this, how to boil water. Someone is teaching people how to boil water. Don't you know how to boil water? But someone is teaching people how to boil water. And his YouTube page, you need to go and see the number of views there. YouTube is paying this guy just because he's teaching people how to boil water. You can boil water. You can turn garri, you can do semo, you can do egusi, you can do ofe nsala, you can do oha, you can do white soup. And you are still broke. What is your problem? What is happening? Go and meet someone that can tell you what you need to do. Go and start asking people, I have this, I have these skills, I have this knowledge, I have this experience. What can I do with it? Until you learn to use your experience, your skills, your whatever, until you learn to monetize it, you are still going to be in the same position. Your employer is not going to pay you enough to take you out of where you are. No. They are not going to pay you enough. Look, if your employer pays you 500,000, if you are earning 500,000 today, your responsibility is 1 million or 2 million. If you are earning 50,000, your responsibility is 100,000. The higher your income, the higher your responsibilities. That is how it is. So you that your income is nowhere near 500,000, and you're already having responsibilities of 1 million. How do you want to do it? How do you want to do it? We keep complaining. You see, there's a hotel near my house. Most times when I pass through that hotel, I get so heartbroken. As in, I see young girls, young girls, my husband will call them fingerlings. Kids that are not up to age. I see what they are doing at the hotel. I passed, today is Friday. When you pass there today, there's going to be serious hold-ups. These girls are from a particular home. They are from different houses. At times I begin to wonder, so my daughter is out at this time. What am I doing at home? Why will my daughter be out when I'm in the house? But you see, because of poverty has made it such that some parents don't even care where their children are. Some don't even want to know. As long as she's eating, she's feeding, she can clothe herself, he can clothe himself, they are not bothered. It is poverty. You do not want your story to be like that. You do not want your case to be like that. You need to do something about it. You need to start finding, to start making findings, start asking questions. What do I need to do? What do you need to do? So please, if you are watching this, I need you to talk to yourself. I need you to look at yourself. Am I comfortable where I am? Ask yourself that question. Are you comfortable where you are? Are you? Because I remember that during my days of struggles, I was not comfortable. I am still struggling. No, I did not say I'm not struggling. I'm still struggling because it is good. But I want it to be better. I want it to be best. I want it to be more than this. But I kept asking myself questions. I kept following people who had the results that I wanted. I came online and I became intentional with what I was doing on Facebook. I became intentional with the people I was following. I was reading their stories. I was checking how they did it. I was asking them questions. I was joining their trainings. I was doing what they asked me to do. So you want to change the narratives about your life. You want to change your story. Ask yourself, am I comfortable where I am? If you are comfortable where you are, all well and good. No one is going to force you to change. But if you know you are not comfortable, ask yourself, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? It is high time we change the narratives of our lives. It is high time we change the narratives of our pockets, of our purses, of our handbags. It is high time we do that. If not for you, you may not want to change it for you. You may feel you're okay for you, but think about your children, think about your family, think about those whose lives depend on your life. Do you know some people will not be successful? If you are not successful, you may not think it that way. Some people look up to you, they follow what you do. So if you are not leading them right, if they're not seeing you do the right thing, it may be difficult for them to also do it. So please, I'm urging you today, change what needs to be changed in your life. You have a good source of income, you don't have, whatever it is, please look for another source of income. Look for another source of income. You need it. I need it. I am already doing my part. I am working on it, and by the grace of God, I am seeing the results that I want. You also need to start working on your finances. You need to start working on your sources of income. You need to start getting the desirable results that you need. If you need any information about getting other sources of income, about what to do, you have a skill, you want to monetize it, please talk to me. I'm always willing and available to answer all your questions. Have a wonderful day. I hope I have not screamed too much. Okay. So do have a lovely day, and thank you for watching.